Okay, so we've finished our FX and we're on to mastering. Now as you can see, I've had a bit of a sleep and it's a new day, and that's something that I would very much encourage you to do when you are mastering, is to have a bit of a break from whatever you've been working on, because you've heard the sounds and heard the mix of whatever you've got on your computer at that point so many times that it's difficult to make objective opinions about things just because you're so used to what you've been listening to. So always when you're mixing, and certainly later on into the mastering stage as well, take a break and then come back to whatever you've made, because eventually you'll have a break from what you've done. And if you do mix straight away and then you have a few days break and listen again, then you think, oh geez, that mix was really bad, and it was because your mind had all the sounds, the levels, everything that was set as memorized, and so you can't really make an objective decision and realize what needs to be turned up or down. So we've done that. We've just had a little listen. Sometimes when you take a break from whatever you're writing as well, you hear certain sounds and you think, yeah, that's really not doing it for me. So I thought I'd replace that sweep with something like this. Just kind of a more general noise sweep. When I say noise, I mean white noise, which doesn't actually have a pitch. Whereas this sample here seems to have some harpy kind of chimey kind of effects, which I'm not really sure is gelling very well with our song. I just don't think that sounds very good. So what I'm going to do is get rid of that, replace this one, pop that there. And I don't really think we need this. It's kind of building up into nothing because nothing happens here. So I think maybe we can get rid of this one. See what you think. I'll play it to you. It's like, oh, and something's coming and nothing happened. So let's get rid of that. Cool, much better. Okay, so mixing. We're going to press Tab and go into this view, just because it's easier to see all the levels, all the decibels of what's playing, and we are basically going to highlight everything. I guess we can. We won't get rid of those because we might actually put those in maybe in a later stage. Let's highlight everything, and we are going to grab any one of the volume sliders and just put it all the way down. And so what that's done is nothing is playing now. I mean the song is playing, but you can't hear anything, which is good because we're gonna put things in accordance with how important they are. So number one in dance music, we're going to put the kick in, and same as per usual, we're just going to slide that to -6 dB. I think if you hold Shift and then arrow down, then it gives you very minute movements. Sorry, arrow up. So there we go. That's how you can adjust very very minor adjustments. Holding Shift and then arrowing. We are going to put in the bass next because that's the next most important thing. Now as I'm doing this, I'm listening for the tail of the kick and making sure that it's not getting squashed by the bass coming in, because if the kick starts to get squashed, then it means that your bass is too loud or you're not sidechaining aggressively enough. Okay. Next we want to put in our clap. Okay, I think that's alright. Next we want to put in our drums. Actually no, let's put in the melody, that's probably more important. Okay, and next, actually that's probably a little loud. There we go. And last, our drums. Now we should be doing drums one at a time. So I'll open up this group here. Put all of these, let's highlight the group. 1, 2, 3. If you just hold Control, then that means you can select more than one instrument. Put those all the way down. And let's slide in. Let's slide in the hi-hat first. Just make sure you've only got the hi-hat selected, otherwise you'll slide all of them back in. Sounds like the hi-hat isn't going at this point in the song, so let's go to here, and we'll start playing from here. Why isn't the hi-hat playing? Ah, okay, I see. Alright, so because the drum rack itself is set to 0, then it means that none of these will play ever. So let's just put that to, I don't know, to about there, and then put all these down, and then we'll slide in our hi-hat. Okay, and the next one. So that's our bongo. You can just hear it because it's not a particularly important part in the song, it's just a little bit of ear candy, so you should only just be able to make it out. So listen for that. Sometimes more is less is more. Certainly in this instance. Let's put the boing in. Okay, same thing with the boing, it's not a particularly important part, so let's just have it very, very soft. Okay, so that is mixing. So basically you start with the most important things, i.e. the kick and the bass, and then the clap, and then you add in the main melodic idea, and then you put the percussion just on the top.